Hi everyone, in this video today we're going to be talking about how to meditate for people that have overactive brains like myself. The first thing you have to understand, immediately I have to start off with this, meditation is not necessarily stopping your thoughts. It's more like controlling them, observing them as if like they're clouds or people walking by. It's a way to like stabilize them, and of course depending on why you meditate, because everybody meditates for different reasons. Some people meditate because they want to relax, they want to regulate their nervous system, they are trying to visualize, to manifest, they are trying to figure out things within their subconscious mind. Now, in my 8 years of practicing law of attraction as well as meditation, I have gotten very, very good at meditating. And I never, like back then, I never would have thought that I would be able to meditate at all, because I had such a hard time focusing in class, getting distracted easily and things like that. Like, it was so bad for me when I was a kid. I'd be like, when you have to do like independent reading time, I would read the whole page without knowing what happened. And if you know, because my mind was too active, too thinking. So sure, I read it, but I don't know what I just read. I zone out still to this day, but I've gotten pretty good. I've gotten better with when I zone out. Just an idea of what we're working with here, okay? I want to say, okay, I started meditating when I was 11 years old, and I think it was good then, especially because I'm still a child. Like, I still had a very active imagination. I still was very receptive and open-minded to this information and things like that. Like, by the time I was 12 years old, I was able to meditate like nobody's business. Sitting down, laying down, don't matter, I can meditate. Now I can meditate like, I don't care what sounds are around me, anything. I could just meditate immediately. I can get into a deep meditation in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, long, 40 minutes. I don't care how long it is. I can just get into it. The first thing I recommend for people that have a hard time is being in a quiet space for meditation. Go somewhere that you won't be distracted, disturbed, or nothing, and close your damn eyes. That's number one. Or another thing you can do before you meditate, before you find a quiet space, you can light candles, incense, anything that's gonna, kind of builds that atmosphere for peace, quiet, meditation. Back when I had my LED lights, I would put my LED lights on either like red or blue, just a darker setting, so that I could really have like a little ambiance, or like even like a peachy color just for that warmness. I wouldn't do all the time, but I just would like it. The second thing I recommend is you listen to some type of calming music or some type of frequencies. In terms of what frequencies to play when you have like different meditation intentions, I recommend, if you're trying to calm out your mind and just relax, play brown noise. Brown noise will just clear thoughts. When I can't sleep, I also play brown noise. As I mentioned in my theta waves video, if you're trying to like meditate or something, or even just to relax, play theta waves. In terms of if you want to feel good, if you want to feel happy, play 430 hertz calming music. There's a lot on YouTube. Like, there's so much on YouTube, so that's why also a lot of people recommend that you make your own frequency. And another thing you can do is listen to guided meditations. Guided meditations, I don't know which ones to tell you guys, because I listen to a bunch of random ones. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I used to listen to just a bunch of random ones, but find whatever channel or video on YouTube that suits you, or you could even just make your own. In terms of, don't ask me how to make your own, because the only thing you need to do in order, if you are going to make your own meditation tape, find ways to anchor yourself, what kind of breathing practices will calm yourself, and whatever vision or anything you want to visualize, and walk yourself through it. That's how you do it. The next thing you need to do after you found your calm space, I recommend that you lay down, and they say to like lay down like flat, not like with any pillows, just because there's kind of some tension in your body. So just lay down flat on your mattress, on the floor, whatever is comfortable for you, and just lay down like that. Second thing you're going to do is you are going to anchor your attention onto something. This is what I use a lot to help. That's why when they do hypnosis, they do that little thing with the clock to like anchor you to stare at something, to look at something. What you're gonna do to relax your body: inhale 1 2 3 4, exhale 1 2 3 4, slowly. And if I swear you do that, you repeat that maybe like 10 times, your body will naturally relax. What I also used to imagine when I was like trying to clear my mind, back when I used to have a hard time, I would imagine a staticky TV and just nothing on it, and that like represents my brain and just clear. like everything's cleared. Or I'd imagine, this is another thing, I'm so clever. I would imagine, you know when you delete your browser history, I would imagine that like all the thoughts in my mind are like my browsing history, and I just press delete. Or another thing I'd imagine, you know that one episode of SpongeBob, if you know, you know, and where SpongeBob, there's a bunch of like mini SpongeBob in his mind, and Squidward tells him to clear his mind, and then all the mini SpongeBobs are like, okay, we gotta delete everything, we gotta clear everything, and then they start deleting files and stuff. That's what I'd imagine too. Little me's just deleting files, burning files, and just getting rid of it all. Another thing I used to personally do, I like to imagine that my breathing represents like a beach. So I'd imagine a beach, and I'd imagine the waves going in up on the sand and then drawing back out. And I'd imagine like me inhaling in would be the waves like drawing back in into the ocean, and then out onto the sand would be like my exhaling. So I'd imagine that with my breathing. That's the only thing I'd focus on. The thing I also recommend for just anybody really, but having a safe space in your mind, and it's some type of environment. Maybe it's your home, maybe it's your room, maybe it's like a fancy restaurant where it's just you in it. Maybe it's just a fancy luxury house apartment. Or outside, a forest, a beach, a temple, something like that. For me, this has been kind of my safe space in my mind. And when I close my eyes, I imagine a beach. I don't know why. Something about the beach. I just love beaches in general. But I just imagine a beach. And always in the beach, when I close my eyes and I meditate, I like to usually imagine myself there. That's just my peace state. That's just my peaceful little place where it's just me, nobody else. If I'm manifesting a person, then I'll have your ass in the thing in the vision too. If I'm manifesting some type of desire, then I'll like incorporate that somewhere. But usually it's just me on a beach. I like to take time to ground myself kind of in my vision, and I'll feel the feeling of the sand in my toes. I'm always barefoot. I'm never wearing shoes. I'm never heavily dressed, but I'm never like underdressed in my vision. Kind of my safe space where I'm just like me, authentically me, with nobody to disturb me. So that's personally what I like to visualize. But you just kind of create your own thing. And really, I didn't even really think of the beach being my place. That's just what came to mind. The way that it looks like a picture that I probably saw. Probably is. But yeah, it's just gorgeous, just beautiful. The warm air is never too hot, never too cold. It's just a warm summer breeze. And yeah, that's just where I am though. Anytime I'm feeling mad, upset, whatever, I just go there and walk on the beach. Another thing I recommend, if you have a hard time, because as I mentioned, I did not know that some people have a hard time like visualizing places and people and things, because I do it so easily. Before I really couldn't, but now I do. And don't worry, don't say that, oh, I can't visualize, I can't see anything, it's just black, or I just see like spots of lights and darks and colors and things like that. You can, but you have to believe you can. Just like any manifestation, hello, let's apply this. Let's apply this. Just like you believe that you can manifest this and that, I think you can manifest that you can meditate. Yeah, I definitely think you can. I believe you can. It's up to you to decide that you can. In terms of when you visualize to meditate something, so you do a meditation for manifestation. Ooh, as I mentioned in that video where I was talking about techniques, my favorite thing to do. This is my favorite thing to do. The best way you can make your brain experience something, the best way you can manifest is by visualizing your manifestation, because your subconscious doesn't know the difference between what's imaginary, what you dream, and what you actually experience. So the way you can experience this thing without physically experiencing it in the 3D, you're gonna close your eyes and visualize. Close your eyes and visualize. You see whatever you want to manifest. Your specific person. You see your specific person running to you with arms out like, oh my gosh, I love you, I need you. You guys are hugging and da 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 da. And in the beginning for me, I realized that doing short meditations didn't help. I had to do longer meditations, because that's when I really feel settled. It took my body a little bit to get settled. It took my mind a little bit to get settled. So I do meditations for like 40 minutes, an hour. I don't care if I gotta meditate for an hour and a half, 2 hours, I don't care. But point is, I gotta get into that state of meditation. If you have a hard time seeing your visualization, seeing your desires, I recommend that you at least just feel your desires. someone told you that this and that, someone told you that you're gonna have this much money tomorrow. Feel that. Feel the energy. Imagine yourself walking around doing this and doing that. Like, I'm sorry, but my brain like cannot fathom not being able to visualize, because I've always been able to visualize. Just because you have a hard time visualizing now, or you know, you can't visualize, doesn't mean that's forever. All about just making sure that you stay consistent in practice with it. Because I wasn't always good at meditation. Meditation was like something like, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do this. There's no way. But I started to try, and as time went on, I started to get good, and now, as I said, it's just like, it's nothing. It's every single day for me now. So yeah, what I do, you visualize your desire, and naturally you will start to feel the emotions. It's not even like you have to think to feel the emotions. You will start to feel the emotions. But as I mentioned, the thing that is really powerful is that you visualize, you start to incorporate your senses, what you smell, what you taste, what you hear, what you feel, and start to feel that in the vision you're having. You can create a picture, you can paint a picture within your mind of a certain scene, a short scene, a long scene, a storyline of something, and it just builds off into that. Now, I will be doing a video talking about how to lucid dream, because the way that I found out about manifestation, all these things, was through lucid dreaming. I have to do like a video on my journey, I guess, because that's gonna be an interesting video. Yeah, very interesting video. So the thing is, if you have a busy mind and all that, it's not that you're like annoying or there's something wrong with you or blah blah blah. It's that you have a lot of power to work with, and all you have to do is just start to use it. Okay? And meditation is also not escaping your mind, it's befriending your mind, it's controlling your mind. It's about connecting with your mind, connecting with your thoughts and things that are going on. You can literally have your subconscious mind reveal things to you, things you didn't think about, answers, if you just connect with higher self, if you connect with what's within. I don't want to sound all but that's all it is. That's all it is. It's focusing on yourself. It's connecting with yourself as a person. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you guys have any questions, suggestions, please let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, bye.